with this. Well, let's continue with this exercise that we're checking. We check the real answers, well, the correct answers for this, not the real, the correct answers. And how do you say this? And we said, or we are supposed to check the answers today, but in detail. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Let's start by rereading it, and then we are going to analyze the answers. So I want to ask Eric to start with the instructions and the first paragraph. Don't worry about the answers, just the
Okay.
the paragraph with the gaps, please, Eric.
Okay, sure. Only the instructions, right?
The instructions and the first paragraph.
Okay. Part 1. For question 1 to 12, read the text below and decide which answer A, B, C, or D best fits each gap. There is gap. Sorry. There is an example at the beginning. Example, A, measure, B, consider, C, regard, and D, notice. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. People have been debating the principles of beauty for thousands of years, but it still seems impossible to it objectively.
Okay. In this case, the example said it was, the example said it was considered. To consider it objective. That is the first answer. Okay. Then continue, please.
German philosopher Immanuel Kant, whether something can possess an objective property.
Something can possess.
Something can possess an objective property that makes it beautiful. He concludes that although everyone accepts that beauty exists, no one has no one has ever on the precise criteria by which beauty may be.
Okay, well, let's go one by one. We said the example was consider number 1. Do you remember, Lou or Diana?
Question.
Question. We said question, but why question, Lou?
Well, it's like he was wondering about it. I think it is the one which fits better. Because they are not arguing about anything. He didn't decide about he was thinking about it and suggested. He is not suggesting to anyone. So it's like he was wondering about it.
Yes, in this case, the clue is given by the word whether. Or whether something. Remember that whether is a synonym for if. So he said that if, and if is usually used in questions like when we report yes no questions. For example, she asked me if I was going to the party, for example. If I was going to the party. So in this case, we use whether can be changed. Well, if can be changed for whether. She wanted to know whether I was going to the party. So in this case, as it is usually, or if, well, whether is a synonym for if in questions, we can use it here for the word question. So whether something can possess an objective property that makes it beautiful. Then for number 2, what was number 2? He concluded that although everyone accepts that beauty exists, no longer has ever
agreed.
Agreed. What is the clue here, guys?
The preposition?
The preposition. What is the preposition? Yes.
On, yeah.
On. Agreed. We check that there are at least three different prepositions that we can use with the verb agreed. Agreed with someone. Agreed to do something, maybe in the future. We agreed to go to the supermarket. But agreed on one idea or one opinion. So has ever agreed on the precise criteria. So by which beauty maybe what? Judged, appreciated, awarded, viewed. What was the answer that we mentioned?
Judged.
Judged. So in this case, they are saying that no matter the centuries, no matter all of this history, human history, it has never been a universal agreement on how beauty may be judged. Like you are beautiful, you are not beautiful. So yes, that is the right answer. Because appreciated, well, anyone can appreciate beauty, even though you may not agree or with the opinion of others. Awarded, it is not precisely a competition or a competition or some kind of a competition or a match.
A contest? Or
A
something
contest.
like that.
A contest. So view, anyone can give opinion or be or be watching something. Like viewing this. So view is not you can view something or you can see something, and it doesn't necessarily imply that you have to judge something. So in this case, we said judged. Because they are saying like the one we how do you say this, we rank beauty. You are beautiful, you are more beautiful, you are not beautiful at all. Well, then next one, this is the next paragraph, please. Diana, can you read next paragraph?
Yes, teacher. The ancient Greek philosopher, ancient Greek philosopher Platon wrote of a scale called the golden proportion, to which the width of the face should be 2/3 of this length, preferably by a nose no longer than the distance between the eyes.
So I am really horrible. I am really ugly. According to this. They said the golden proportion.
Golden proportion.
For number 4, to what was the answer that we mentioned last class?
I didn't remember, teacher.
According.
No? According. Okay. What was the clue here, or what can be the clue?
The preposition according to.
According to. There are some others that collocate with according. Sorry, with to. But let's check the explanation, because I decided to include the answers here. It is here. Where is it? Where is it? Here in number 4, let me erase my drawings. Can you read number 4, Diana?
Yes. We use according to when we want to refer to the information from a text or to quote the ideas
Quote?
of
To quote?
to quote the ideas of another person. Corresponds to means to be related. Corresponds to means to be related to, connected with, to corresponds to the TV we bought.
With something,
With
example.
something. Example, the instructions in the booklet do not seem to correspond to the TV we bought. Relate and correspond can also be used in this way. Make sure your answers in the written paper, writing papers relate, correspond to the question. Connect can also be used like this. My laptop isn't connecting to the internet at the moment.
Okay, so they tell you, according to is the best word that we can use, although it can also be correspond to, relate to, connect to, but they say, the others have to do with a connection in the text or a connection to something that you previously said. But the one that we say according to is used when we want to refer to the information from another source, not precisely in the text at this moment. So, and that is why they tell you, according to, when we want to refer to the information from a text or quote, the ideas of another person, not precisely in this text, but it is like saying, according to what they say, scientists, or in this case, the philosophers. So it is the best answer. Well, let's go back there. Then number 5, preferably, well, to which the width of the face should be 2/3 of its length. Preferably, what is the answer? What is the answer for number for number 5? Maybe precisely criteria by which beauty may be accompanied, escorted, joined, or coupled.
Accompanied by.
What? Sorry?
Accompanied by.
Accompanied by. Okay. Yeah, because we say we have the preposition. In this case, the preposition gives you a clue, but they mean preferably being together by a nose, like in this case, like the perfect couple, let's say, the distance and the nose, by a nose, no longer. So in this case, it is the best answer. Let's read the explanation also. You know, I want to be very, very precise here. Well, then number 5, hello, Alex. Hello, Alvaro. Good night.
Hello, teacher. Good night.
Hello, teacher.
Hi. Nice that you got connected yesterday, Alex. I don't know why.
Sorry.
Nice. Okay. I noticed and I was going to send you a message. Okay.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
I instantly remembered that there was no class.
Well, can you read this answer, Alex?
Yeah, accompanied by. Accompanied by can be used to show that two things, events happen or exist at the same time. Example given, a person should have the right shaped face accompanied by, or as well as, the right length of nose. Escorted is used to describe people. Example given, the president's bodyguard escorted or went with him to his car. Two things can be joined together. Example given, you need a stronger glue to join those bits of wood. Coupled can be used like this. The heavy rain coupled with or together with local deforestation caused terrible floods in the area.
So the one we said that two of them can be used with by. Combined by, maybe escorted can also be an option. Alex disappeared. But coupled with, if you have your vocabulary notebook, I think it is a good idea to write it coupled with. So in the case of accompanied by, it is at the same time and also in the right way. And escorted, as they tell you, it is more for the context of having some kind of body words that, the president, the commanders, people that have something to do with something dangerous. And so it is that they usually go together and they usually do it at the same time. Well, then let's go for this. Then can you continue with the next paragraph, Alvaro, please?
Yes. Symmetry has been proved to be attractive to the human.
Has been proved.
Yes, has been proved to be attractive to the human eye.
Human eye. Yeah, in this case, it is a common phrase. To the human eye, meaning to the normal person who is watching. Okay, then continue, please. So
a face may seem beautiful because of the similarity.
Can you continue reading?
Yes. Between its two sides. Maybe spend more time looking at symmetrical faces than asymmetrical ones. And symmetry is also, I'm not sure there.
For number 8, sorry, number 7, we said
7, similarity. Human eye, 6. Similarity
of the similarity. Because of the similarity between, Then in number 8, symmetry is also valued, selected, rated, or voted. What could you say? Sorry, Lou, can you repeat it?
Rated?
Rated as more attractive. Okay, this is the answer that we gave, but we are going to check like why in a moment so that we can go back a little. Then rated as more attractive. Yes, continue, Alvaro, please.
As more attractive by adults looking at photos. So although there seems to be no
agreement, what was the answer?
Universal?
Universal agreement. Yeah, this is a fixed phrase. Like everybody in the world, in history too. Or even
agreement or even national consensus on what
we say on what. I think it was constitutes. Constitutes beauty.
Constitutes beauty. There is at least some agreement that facial symmetry is an important
reason, an important cause, an important role, or an important factor.
An important factor.
Yes, an important factor. Well, let's check what they tell us about these answers. So for number 8, number 9, number 8, it says we can use similarity to say that two things share something in common. in this case because they are talking about balance and equality of so similarity. In this context, the two sides of a person's face, they are talking about the two sides. Equality is used in the context of having the same status, rights of opportunities. So as similarity is more about appearance, equality means like the right, the same rights, let's say. Then you could say, so a face may seem beautiful because one side is a reflection of the other. Opposition can sometimes used in this way. There is great opposition, a big difference between an idea or beauty and mind. So opposition is totally the opposite, let's say, of the meaning that we want to convey in this part, or to get. Then in letter B, will you rate in this way? To rate something as attractive, ugly, good, or bad. So in this case, the word rate is being used as a way to classify beauty or to classify something as beautiful or attractive. Then it says, we usually say people voted for younger candidate. So the word vote is not like, it is not like an election. And the students voted to go home early. So you can say Andrea was selected or chosen as the winner of the competition. So it is not a competition here, or an election. The employees all felt valued as an important by the company, like to be given the right value. So in this case, we use rated because we usually give the opinion of something being beautiful or not so beautiful. That could be the best answer. So universal agreement is the collocation. And for number 10, constitute is used in this way. 5 papers constitute the CAE exam, or you can arrange this as the CAE exam comprises, contains, or involves 5 papers. So constitute is the best word, because it is what something is made of or made of. So constitutes beauty. In number 11, I need Eric to read it, please. Or number 11.
11. An important factor means an important thing that has influence, in this context, on our decision about what makes someone beautiful. We use reason to explain our motivation for doing something. For example, getting a good job is an important reason for me to learn English. Cause as a noun is followed by of plus a consequence. Example, no one is sure what the cause of the avalanche was.
So they tell you a factor because it is just another important thing that we need to consider. A factor. But if you say reason, it is not a reason, not a motivation, or not, or you are not describing a consequence to say cause, to use the word cause. So an important factor is the best word. And the last paragraph. Okay, Diana, the last paragraph for you. Alex came back. Woo! He disappeared.
Okay.
Yes,
In the
Diana.
meantime, if you look at your partner and regard.
And regard them,
regard
Consider.
Consider. I think both could be in this case, but okay. Let's wait a moment.
Okay, then as beautiful, you can congratulate yourself with the thought that people generally end up with the partner of a comparable level of attractiveness
Mhm.
as
Attractiveness.
attractiveness as themselves.
Yeah, it is like they are saying, so if you look at your partner and you consider them as beautiful, you are somehow comparing yourself. Uh-huh. Oops. I don't know. Let's check. Because these two regard something as is also possible, and consider something as is also possible. So let's check the right answer and why it is the right answer. I think Luke can be right too. So regard. Okay. Consider is also sometimes follow as with as. So can you read number 12, Luke, please?
Sure. Regard is the only verb in this group that can be followed by as. The
As.
only verb take the form to be. The other verbs take the form to be plus adjective.
An adjective. Well, I have also heard consider something as, but I think in
Yes.
this level, this level
So
with
do I.
regard
Okay.
is the one that is most commonly used with as. Regard something as, as important.
Okay.
Well, so if you, well, remember that we are going and we are preparing for this part. So we are going to continue with more exercises and funny and challenging ones. This one. These phrases are very advanced, especially for the exam. They are commonly used for C1. It says fixed expressions C1. They are all advanced expressions. Complete the following expressions by using a word from the box. You are working in teams, two people. This is in the presentation. If you don't see it, well, you just have to refresh your presentation that if you downloaded it. For example, the first one, as a matter of means used to emphasize the truth of a statement. This is easy.
Fact.
As a matter of fact. Yes, we have it here. As a matter of time now. As a matter of fact. Yes. This is the first one. But I won't give you all of them. So you will be working together in the rooms. So get ready with the presentation and open it on your own computer. I will allow you to share your screen, okay? So two teams. Sorry, guys. Two teams. Let me open the rooms. You will be working together, okay? Okay, go there, please. You can share your screen. And we're going to check it again. Well, together. So let me share the screen with you. Number one, we said it is as a matter of what?
Fact.
As a matter of fact. Yes, totally right. Meaning used to emphasize the truth or something. As a matter of fact, I am single. Well, I love being single. Then number two, Alvaro.
Yes. By and large. By and large.
Meaning,
Meaning generally for the most part.
by and large, I love being a teacher, like in general. There are some not so nice things, but by and large, I love being a teacher. Then number 3, Eric.
In the long moment.
In the long moment, sorry.
Uh, what is you mean?
I love doing that. Yes. Who has the right answer, Diana? No, no, Diana? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Uh,
In the long run,
in the long run, can you read the meaning?
in the long run, over a long period of time, eventually.
Yeah, in the long run, I know my online school will be working really nice. So in the long run, maybe not at this moment, but eventually with some time. Well, then number 4, Lou. You know this one. Lou.
In the nick of time, just in time, at the last possible moment.
Like in the nick of time. Like I got the train in the nick of time. Like in the last moment, in the last possible moment. Okay, next one, Alex. Number 5.
On the contrary,
Mm-hmm.
in contrast, opposite to what has been said or suggested.
On the contrary, not in the contrary, not to the contrary, no, on the contrary, guys. Just remember this. Yeah, because it will be in many exercises. This is a very common phrase. Then number 6, again, Alvaro. Thank you.
To be honest, used to introduce a truthful or candid statement.
To be honest, I love my students. Yes. Then number 7. Yes, Diana, believe it or not. Especially Gabby, because she's so nice. Sorry. If she's watching this video, hello, Gabby.
I love her. It's the best.
Yeah, Gabby. Yes. So well, number 7, Diana.
I had a little mistake in this one because we thought that is nutshell,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
but
the right answer. That
yes,
is the
but
right
it's
answer.
a colloquial expression or how?
Yeah, it is a common expression. In fact, one of my favorite books has this name, "The Universe in a Nutshell." The history of the universe in a nutshell. It is by Stephen Hawking.
Okay.
You should read it. It is a beautiful book. So, in a nutshell, like just in a few words.
Okay.
Yes. Then number 8, Eric.
Number 8, in the blink of an eye.
Of an eye, yes. Meaning?
Extremely quickly, very fast.
And this is very common, also a very common expression, in the blink of an eye. Fast. Okay, next one. Who is here? Alex, thank you.
Well, as luck would have it.
Very strange. It is a phrase that I don't usually hear, or you don't usually hear. Can you read the meaning?
Yes, used to express that something happened by chance or unexpectedly.
As luck would have it, like leave it to the gods. I don't know. Yeah. Well, like just wait and let's see the positive thing developing. Okay. Then number 10, Lou, please.
In the grand scheme of things, considering the overall perspective or context.
Yes, like again, it is a very similar. Sorry, a very similar phrase to by and large. Considering everything in general, considering the big picture. Okay. Then number 11, Alvaro.
Yes, come rain or shine.
It is in one of Frank Sinatra's song. I will love you, come rain or shine, something like that. Meaning no matter what, no matter the circumstances. So it's regardless of the weather or circumstances. When they say
In Spanish, we say
uh-huh.
llueve, truene o relampaguee.
Something like that. So no matter the result, no matter what happens, I am going to be there, for example. Come rain or shine. Okay. Then next one, number 12, Alvaro. Sorry, Alvaro was the last one. Diana, thank you.
In the head.
In the heat.
The heat
In the heat
of the moment.
Meaning, well, I gave you one letter. In the heat of the moment. Can you read the meaning?
Acting impulsively or without careful thought.
So it is usually when you react. I was angry and I hit him in the heat of the moment. Just I was really upset, really angry. So you do it without thinking. Then number 13, Lou, please.
All of a sudden, suddenly, unexpectedly.
All of a sudden, I got married. No, don't do that, compa. Don't do it, compa. Then number 14, Alex. I made a mistake in this one, so I corrected it. Sorry to tell you.
Well, it says on the flip. Let me think. No, I have no idea.
No? Well,
Side?
it is
On
the
the
flip side. Yes. Yes, Eric. Meaning just on the opposite aspect of a situation. So, for example, when you are living a difficult moment, you have to look on the flip side. Not meaning it is different from on the bright side. If you say you have to look on the bright side, it means that you have to see the positive aspect of it. But if you say on the flip side, it means on the other aspect of the situation. Maybe you have to study the consequences or the causes of the situation. So
To see the
and it
situation from
refers to
another
the
point of view.
it refers to the moment when you flip a coin. So you just see one side, but you have to look on the flip side, like on the opposite aspect. Well, then number 15, Diana, do you have it?
Yes, teacher. Under the weather.
Weather, yeah. Meaning?
Feeling unwell or in poor health.
Like last December, I think I was feeling a little bit under the weather because Christmas sometimes that time is difficult. So, and also my well, it was in January, but my grandfather died. So it was like, oh, but I now I feel better because I know he's finally resting in peace. So, so I was feeling a little bit under the weather. Oh, I don't want to cry. Okay, so a screenshot. If you don't want to copy at this moment, well, a screenshot would be nice. Take it. So as a matter of fact, by and large, in the long run, in the nick of time, on the contrary, to be honest, in a nutshell, in the blink of an eye, as luck would have it, in the grand scheme, come rain or shine, in the heat of the moment, all of a sudden, on the flip side, and under the weather. Okay. Well, next one, more phrases, but these are easy. So we are going to do it together. This is preparation for reading and use of English part 1. So number 1, can you read it, Alex?
Yes. To be on 9, which means to be extremely happy or joyful.
This is very strange. To be on 9. Sometimes when we feel very happy, we feel like we are flying. I think this is the explanation of the.
To be on cloud 9?
Oh. Also, when they say 7 heaven, it refers that you are extremely happy, living a really nice situation. It is very similar. To be on cloud 9, like flying, stupidly flying. Don't fall in love, guys. Love doesn't exist. Then number 2, Lou, please.
Cut a long story short, to summarize a lengthy story or explanation.
If you can see, sometimes I am not saying always, but sometimes there is a word that makes contrast. For example, to cut a long story short. And there are many phrases like this. So we need to learn to see these patterns. The number 3, Diana.
Yes. The
Can you read it completely and then?
Okay, yes. The is in your court. It's your turn to make a decision or take action. Okay. Maybe cons?
The cons?
The ball.
I don't know.
The ball is to your court.
Again, there is a relationship, if you can say it. Not that they are opposite, but they are related, court and ball, because they are referring to a sport. Maybe
in Spanish,
we
could say la bola está en tu cancha.
La bola está en el fondo. La bola está en tu. Like saying,
Thank you.
I have done my part. Now you have to do your part. For example, I have done. Well, the ball is in your court because I have made my duty, like preparing the class. Now you have to study. So the ball is in your court. Well, then number 4. This is for Eric.
Oh, why me?
This is easy.
To turn an eye to ignore or pretend to not to notice something. To turn a blind eye to.
To something. Like not paying attention to something that you know it is wrong. Maybe a friend of yours is stealing from the company. So instead of going and telling your boss, he's stealing from the company, you turn a blind eye, like you don't see, you pretend not to see it. That is what they are saying. To turn a blind eye. to something. Okay. The next one, Alex.
A piece of cake.
Ah,
Something very
this is a piece
beautiful.
of cake.
And that one was a piece of cake.
This one, it was a present from me, a piece of cake. Like, teaching English, that's a piece of cake. Well, yeah, like extremely easy. The number 6, Diana.
Yes, to hit
To hit
the nail,
the nail.
to hit the nail on to describe exactly what is causing a situation or problem. Head, to
On
hit
the
the
head.
nails on the head.
And I think we have this phrase also in Spanish. Darle en el qué? En el clavo. To hit the nail on the head. Like, for me, it is difficult to give exactly to hit the nail exactly on the head, on the right part of the nail. So that is why they say to hit the nail on the head. So exactly what is causing the situation. For example, teacher, we are not watching the videos every time we skip the class. And I said, Diana, you have just hit the nail on the head. Meaning you have described exactly what the bad situation or the problem. The number 7, sorry, Lou.
Sure. To go the extra mile, to make a special effort or go beyond what is required.
To go the extra mile. For example, I always try to go the extra mile with my students. Like, maybe I know I need to start a new course, but I think they need extra help with this one. So I try to go the extra mile. I try to make an special effort. Teacher. Yes. The number 8, Alex. Thank you.
Yes, to be on the same page, to have a shared understanding or agreement.
Are we on the same page? Like, do we agree? Okay. Like, is it everything clear, for example, also? Then number 9, Eric.
To take something with a observe, to be skeptical or not fully believe something. To take something with a concept of
No.
With a grain of salt.
With a grain.
With a grain. Yeah. I think this phrase comes from the Bible. I am not saying that it is in the Bible. I mean, it comes from this I don't know how to say it. The way they speak in the Bible, that they say, you need to analyze information that you hear with a grain of salt, like little by little, not all of it together. No. Okay, so you need to be skeptical, not believing everything that they tell you. Okay, especially because in the Bible they speak like this, with this kind of figures, let's say. Well, then number 10, this is for Lou.
Sure. To weigh the pros and cons, to consider the advantages and disadvantages.
Yes, to weigh the pros and cons. Okay, well, all of this is preparation, as I was telling you. So if you want to write this on your vocabulary notebook, on your vocabulary notebook, it would be a good idea. So a screenshot. Well, then next one, Tan, tan, tan. For this, you are working together in a different team with a different partner. This is not this one. It says match the following phrases with their definition. Add a loss, bear in mind, draw a conclusion, cast a glance, elicit a response, foster a sense of something, grasp the concept, to hone one's skills, juxtapose with something, and in the throes of something. So I am going to open the rooms, two people together.
Can you share those, please, the link from the
frame?
The frames,
Well,
please.
The presentation, I can send the presentation, but the number of the frame is let me see, it is 66. Okay. Well, then I am going to open the rooms. You will be working with another person. Okay, ready? Or not ready, Diana?
Not ready.
Not ready? Well, it was, it is just a way to make you aware of all the things that we need to study, okay? Don't worry. So, for example, at a loss. What is that?
Confused or unsure about what to do.
Okay, this is, let me find it, unsure.
The second one.
Yes, thank you. So this is number one. At a loss. When it is about love, I am completely at a loss. Love is not for me. Sorry, guys. Then, I think we are many in this word.
Sorry to hear it.
Yeah, sorry. That is why I quit. I quit. Sorry. Then number two, bear in mind. Who says
remember, consider.
Bear in mind. Consider this. Well, some people, believe it or not, some people confuse this phrase a lot. So bear in mind that you have to do your homework, for example. Then next one, Alex, to draw a conclusion.
Yes. Make an inference, form an opinion based on available information.
So sometimes we draw a conclusion just on rumors. Don't do it. Well, then number four, Diana, cast a glance.
Cast a glance is look briefly.
Briefly.
Briefly. Briefly.
It was right there. And what? No. I made a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you're totally right. 4. Then Lou, to foster a sense of, no, to elicit a response.
Provoke, revoke a reaction or answer.
When you elicit something, it is not exactly that you ask. Now, when you elicit, it is like you say something or do something in a way or waiting for people to react or expecting for people to react. Then to foster a sense of something. Who says this, Eric?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it could be. Ay. I don't got it.
No?
No.
When you foster something, you promote something.
Promote or encourage a feeling or atmosphere.
So, for example, in my classes, I try to foster a sense of achievement. Like, you have reached this. My students can do this and this. Okay. Then number 7, Alex.
Grasp the concept. Understand a complex idea or theory.
Remember that grasp is a synonym for understand. So grasp it. Understand it. Then number 8, Diana.
Number 8. Place or deal with close together for contrasting effect.
Number 8? No, number 8 is to...
Sorry, number 9. Number 8, hone one's skills. Sharpen or refine one's abilities through practice.
So when you hone your skills, it means that you improve your abilities. You make it better. Well, the one you said, but now it is for Lu. Sorry, juxtapose with something.
Is to place or deal with close together for contrasting effect.
When something is juxtaposed, they are together, but at the same time they are kind of contrary and fighting. So when you say, now my feelings are juxtaposed, meaning that you having like these mixed feelings of maybe you are in love, but at the same time you hate that person. Well, then number 10, and I think it is clear. Alex, can you read it?
In the throes of experiencing a challenging or intense situation.
Usually with a noun. For example, last week my sister, well, 2 weeks ago, my sister was in the throes of illness because she was very sick. And apart from that, my sister is very dramatic, although I love her, but I love her. So in the throes of something. Well, again, we are going to use these phrases for reading and use of English part 1. So if you want to get a screenshot, this is the moment. Okay. Next one. Now this exercise. This is 8 answers in the exam. In the exam nowadays, we have only 8 questions. So this should only take you like 7, 8 minutes, no more than that. But I will give you 10 minutes. Okay? 10 minutes at this moment, because it is the first time. So it says, for questions 1 to 8, read the text below and decide which answer, A, B, C, or D, best fits each gap. There is an example at the beginning. Remember, the first thing you have to do, read the title and read the complete text quickly. Maybe 1 or 2 minutes, no more than that. And then you use the rest of the time to go one by one and choose the best answer, according to what we have just checked. They give you the example, the first example. So, no help, I will give you 10 minutes. Let me set the watch. 10 minutes. Yes. Ready? Yes? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Well, no? Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, 10 minutes. Remember, try to look for these clues with prepositions, with these kind of words that seem to be related. And also the precise meaning, sometimes it is clear. Sometimes. So 10 minutes. Go ahead. No music. Okay, no more time. Sorry. Could you finish? Could you finish? Yes?
Almost.
Almost. Okay. What about you, Lou?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Diana?
Almost two.
Almost there. Okay. And you, Alex? I think Alex is sleeping.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Well, can you start reading, Alex, please?
Yeah, sure. Social networking sites and personality. Social networking sites are a great way to keep in touch with people and make new friends. However, by using them, we also unintentionally reveal a lot about our
Reveal.
personalities.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to check the right answers, but I agree with you. Well, for me, it sounds reveal. Uh-huh. Okay,
These
continue, please.
sites
Mhm.
These sites are increasingly being studied by psychologists to gain comprehension into people's personalities.
Yeah.
Comprehension. What do you think, guys? Comprehension?
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
agree.
Yes.
Yes, I would say insight. I would say insight, but I don't know. So we are going to leave it like that. Uh-huh. Then, Lou, can you continue with the next paragraph?
Sure, teacher. After years of research into how relationships in real life are formed, psychologists are finding that social networking sites provide a rich source of useful data. It's possible
Okay.
to study, sorry.
Yes, yes. Mhm.
Okay, it's possible to study complex social networks and communication patterns in new ways.
So for number 3, research, years of research. Then number 4, source, provide a rich source, and complex communication
Social
pattern.
net.
Okay. Then Eric, can you continue, please?
Yeah, sure. We no longer have to
Rely.
rely merely on people reporting how they feel about each other. Message and image on these sites act as open-ended stimuli that people react to in ways. 7 is consistent.
I think it is consistent.
React to in ways consistent with their personalities. Psychologists have found evidence to be
Mhm.
able to confirm that extroverts post more message and photos on social networking sites than introverts. For example, introverts tend to read message but not to respond them.
To them. Okay. Well, let's check the real answers. For example, I think number 2, I haven't checked the answers because I am doing it with you. I think number 2 is inside because of the collocation into, but I don't know. We are going to check in a moment. Well, let's go there. It is this one. Number 1, reveal. Number 1, reveal. It says to show what was previously hidden. Number 2, gain. Gain collocates with insight. Oh, so, okay, let's check it.
None of
Number 2,
us.
not a clue. So, number 2, gain intentionally. However, by using it intentionally, will gain insight into people's personalities. You see? So let's mark it here.
Number
Yes,
B.
it's gain insight.
Insight. Gain insight into something. Yeah, the collocation that helps you is this with the preposition into. Gain insight into something. And this is one of the collocations we were checking in previous classes. If you check the videos, you will see it. Then number 3, It says
Research.
the research. The preposition into helps you. Number 4, be rich. Collocate with source, a rich source of something. Number 5, letter C, complex is used when we talk about things with many parts, such as a network, and also say complex patterns also. Well, for me, that was a clue. Number 6, letter A, solely. Not involving anything else. Merely is like just this, but no more than that. Like, and it is merely is more informal, and solely means that it is just that and nothing else. Merely
Only
maybe
that?
only that.
Okay.
Solely, and it is more formal. It goes with the level of formality. Number 7, C, consistent. Consistent needs a dependent preposition with. Consistent with. And number 8, it says find collocates with evidence. To find evidence. Okay. Well, next class, what time is it? I think, yes. Next class, we are going to check more collocations, but with how do you say this? Linking words for the next class. Tomorrow, not next, tomorrow. We are going to explore some collocations with linking words and how we use these linking words. So don't miss the class tomorrow because we still have another extra exercise. Okay? Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Be happy.
Nice to all of you.
Thank you.
Enjoy your life, guys. Don't let
Thank you.
problems
Thank you, teacher.
defeat you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. See you.
See
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.